A few years ago, I heard the sentence, the extent to which you keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners is the extent to which you are emotionally unavailable. Now, the first time I heard that, I was kind of angry. I was like, of course not, that's not true. All I want is to find the perfect partner and live happily ever after. And after that first kind of ego reaction, it got me thinking. And while consciously I absolutely wanted to meet Mr. Right, subconsciously I think I had resistance based on fear of being heartbroken if I really got close to someone again. So for a very long time, I kept, meeting people with whom I knew that there was no future, or maybe a few months thing, and then, it would end. And I guess that kind of made me feel safe. So let's do some EFT tapping for the deeper layers of why we keep attracting emotionally unavailable people so you can attract your Mrs. or Mr. Right. Even though, despite my best efforts, I keep attracting emotionally unavailable partners. I deeply and completely love and accept myself. Even though all I want and crave is an amazing relationship, a partner in crime, a best friend. And that's not what I'm getting at all. I soothe and comfort myself. I want a specific type of relationship. And it feels like that relationship doesn't want me. Because all of these people I'm dating don't seem to want what I want. I'm only attracted to a specific type of person, and they don't seem to want what I want. And the people I'm not attracted to seem to be attracted to me. So now I feel stuck. Because no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I journal or visualize, it's still not a healthy match. Part of me is only attracted and attracting emotionally unavailable people. And it actually feels very unfair because I'm ready to move on. I'm ready for a deep, loving relationship. So why is it that it's not happening? I've already tried the situationships. I've already tried the ghosting. I've already tried anxiously trying to please them. And at this point, I'm absolutely done. So why am I not meeting someone good? Why am I yet again in some situationship with someone who says, let's see where this goes, I don't like labels? With someone who's not texting me back like they love me so much? With someone that leaves me confused or rejected or not important? I am done. So consciously, what I want is very clear. I want Mrs. or Mr. Right to settle down with. And if I'm not getting it, That's because part of me is not allowing it. Part of me is resisting it. Not because I'm stubborn or stupid. It's resisting going to somewhere unsafe. And unsafe means that I perceive it's unsafe. Not that it actually is unsafe. Maybe deep, deep down, buried so deep, I can't even connect with it. I'm afraid of meeting someone sensational and having my heart broken in a million pieces. Because as painful as these situationships are, we never get to be extremely vulnerable and close. Because they won't fully commit. Mrs. or Mr. Right, however, that would be the all in. And part of me is very scared of that. Maybe I'm aware of it, and maybe I'm not. And if I'm not, it means there's a deep wound that I'd rather not feel. So I'm taking time to process all of this information now. Here is a few pointers. Did I grow up with someone who was hot and cold? Someone with whom we had great moments and then scary moments. Someone I wanted to be close to, but couldn't. Someone who was more committed to alcohol or drugs than me. Someone who was inconsistent and unpredictable. Someone who didn't give me the affection, love, and protection I needed. When things like that happen, there is such a deep core wound and a hidden fat layer of shame. We think something must have been wrong with me. I'm unworthy or disgusting. So no wonder that it kind of feels scary to go back in the deep end. Part of me is saying, oh no, we're not going there. And another part of me is saying, oh yes, enough with situationships. And I'm giving myself so much grace for being in this spot. Because the fact I'm tapping, the fact I'm realizing I'm in this situation and pattern is proof that I'm healing it. Before, I might have thought that I'm simply unlucky with the people I'm dating. Now I'm becoming aware there's a deeper layer. And that's actually all I need to open new doors. If someone could give me Mr. Right tomorrow or Mrs. Right tomorrow, what would be my first reaction? If there is some that tells me everything I need to know. If someone wanted to give me $2,000 tomorrow, or if I won $2,000, I'd be super excited. If I don't quite feel the same excitement about my right person, it's simply an indication that there might be fear. Maybe I'm afraid that that relationship will look like my parents' relationship. Maybe I will feel that I'll have to put myself last and give up things that are important to me when I meet someone. Maybe I think I'm going to be trapped because I can't be myself. What am I concerned about if I met the perfect person tomorrow? I'm choosing to realize it doesn't have to be like that. Because if it was, it wouldn't be the right person. The right person for me is someone with whom I feel free and connected. Someone who encourages me. Someone who supports me. Someone who accepts my best points and worst aspects. Someone who gives me what I would give them. Someone who thinks I'm very important and valuable. That doesn't seem too bad. So I'm getting very clear on what Mrs. or Mr. Right is for me. And I choose to talk with that younger version of me, letting her or him know, you will always be safe because I will always be there. No one can abandon you because I'll always be there. We don't need to shrink and disappear with the right person. The right person is what makes me expand and have more peace. Okay, take a deep breath in and breathe out. Very often, we get the ick, or we are not initially attracted to the right person. And what happens in your mind is that you wonder, am I not attracted to them because they're simply not the right person? Or am I not attracted to them because they don't trigger that adrenaline, that chaos that was so familiar when I was a child? And very often we associate love with drama, heightened emotion, or some sort of excitement, fear, adrenaline, because that's the only thing we knew. So when the right person comes along, it can kind of feel a little boring or a little bland. And if you only gave it a bit of time, a few weeks, you would actually feel more and more attracted to them. And that's kind of the tricky period because you have to suck it out. You have to make a decision. Okay, I want my future to be bright, to be loving, and for me to be with someone who really values me. And if that means I have to suck it up for 1 or 2 months to unlearn some old patterns, some unhealthy patterns of attachment that only got me interested in people that would not treat me well, then that's what you'll have to do. All of the friends I've had, including myself, who are now in very amazing, supportive, loving relationships, had a bit of a period where they were not quite sure that Mrs. or Mr. Right was actually Mr. or Mrs. Right, and they just gave it time. And I really recommend that you write on a piece of paper everything you're looking for in a partner, and if that person meets that criteria, give them a chance. Thank you so much for tapping with me today, and I will see you in the next video.